The government has been comparatively muted on the non-legislative measures to deal with foreign interference. Such measures should include educating the public to resist malignant information efforts and how to be vigilant against such interference that is commonly vectored through business clans and cultural conduits where the prospects of plausible deniability are high. The S. Rajaratnam School of International Studies published a policy report in April this year on countermeasures against foreign influence. The report said that to combat foreign interference, it is critical to build resilience, or in our total defense parlance, psychological defense, by raising awareness about information manipulation in both the government as well as amongst the public. The Singapore government's approach. The examples raised about foreign interference focus largely on long past attempts such as the Singapore Herald and Eastern Sun episodes and the Hendrickson affair. In a Straits Times article on the 25th of September, there were references to the impounding of SAF Terex vehicles in Hong Kong and to reports of China's soft power efforts in Singapore through clan and business associations. This begs the question, how will this bill in particular, if enacted, address such examples of alleged foreign interference? The Straits Times, our newspaper of record, does not make this very clear. What must Singaporeans do to heighten our sensitivity to such interference? And how is this government ensuring that the message flows to the masses and new generations of Singaporeans, including new citizens, given that Singapore's destiny as an immigrant nation is almost certain? At best, the messaging is a bit unclear. More fundamentally, how does the government distinguish between a genuine groundswell of sentiment and a dedicated hostile information campaign? But what does it say about the government when it takes an arguably unclear approach to non-legislative responses? Surely non-legislative responses that promote a more participatory and educated citizenry would inoculate the population in a whole of society way far better against foreign interference. This is an area I believe the government needs to look into in a deliberate fashion across all levels of society. It is my argument that the government needs to work with the public in a far more participative way so as to strengthen the resolve of the population against foreign interference. This apparent lack of integration of legislative and non-legislative measures to address foreign interference, in my view, is a critical omission in our public discourse on this subject. As things stand, particularly on the grounds of perception and fairness, this bill falls short. That's why the 4 WP MPs have filed amendments to this bill. Mr. Speaker, let me conclude. Public feedback should have been sought on this bill. The government failed to do so and does not appear minded to postpone this debate. I call on the members of this House to seriously consider the proposed amendments and ask yourself whether you would want these amendments in place if the PAP was not in power. The amendments are in the best interest of Singapore and Singaporeans, regardless of who is in charge now or in the future.